Nick, and I'm here with the co-host. That's right, people. I called him that. The co-host, Zane.
Hey,
and
hi guys.
Today we'll be breaking down UFC Fight Night 104, which is a fight card between, or the main events between
Dennis, the Menace, Bermudez,
and the Korean Zombie.
Chan Sung Jung.
It's a really weird fight, but I'm kind of intrigued. Those guys get after it, so we know it's going to at least have some crazy finish, or like at least some crazy
some good moments, yeah.
But let's get right into it. Chan Sung Jung is a plus 165 favorite, while Dennis Bermudez is a minus 190 favorite.
No, Chan Sung Jung is the underdog.
I mean,
it's okay.
I thought I said that, but whatever. Chan Sung Jung plus 165 underdog, while Dennis Bermudez is a minus 190 favorite. I like Bermudez right off the bat, but it's a couple questions here on out. So, like, Chan Sung Jung, his last fight was against Jose Aldo for the belt. And as big of a contest as that is, how long ago was that? Like, that's the card. Lyoto beat or lost to Phil Davis by robbery that night.
That was like 3-4 years ago.
That was a long, long time ago. That
he had to join the army or the military in his home country. Yeah,
that was like before the Kane Jr. Dos Santos 2. That's crazy how old that is.
So long ago.
But I'm not saying he's out of shape. I mean, he always brings it. I feel like we're not going to see...
It's just kind of hard because, like, I don't think you're able... Like, if I was to assume, like, you're probably not able to train when you're in... Like, train MMA when you're in a military environment like that. I feel like if they...
Not quite.
Yeah, I feel like, obviously, you can do certain things, but, like, they're making you leave, like, your job, whatever it may be, to, like, go and fight for this country. Like, I assume they take it, like, that's, like, what you're doing. You know, like, you're not out here, like... doing other things like while you're training for that, like eat, sleep, breathe military for those however many years. So yeah, so how much could he have improved, right? That's a good point.
He's been knocked out. He's not invincible. I mean, he has his big wins over Dustin Poirier, Mark Hominick, Leonard Garcia. I mean, that's how he got his title shot. He went 3-0 with like a gnarly Darce choke on Poirier. He got him on his own move.
Yeah.
And then he knocked out Hominick. Hominick was being fucking stupid, had his hands down, just didn't respect him. And then that fight against Leonard Garcia. Leonard Garcia is not UFC level. He might be exciting, like but he's not of that level. Bermudez, let's get on to him. He was on a 7-fight winning streak.
Lost to shut down by Ramos, right?
He ate a jab, fell down, got guillotined quick, and then he lost to Jeremy Stevens too. But he was en route to winning that fight. Yeah. I think on any other day, Bermudez could take on either of those guys. Any other day.
Yeah, Bermudez he's a good fighter, you know?
Pretty solid. I mean, he beat Max Holloway. I don't agree with that, but
he kind of had a quick rise. No, he had like the 7-fight win streak, but I feel like he had a big jump from the people he was fighting to Ricardo Lamas.
Yeah, I would agree with
Ricardo's like probably the most underrated person in that division. Like, he's top fighter, but like he's not talked about as like a Holloway, Aldo, Frankie, like type of guy. But he's a beast.
But just to get onto this matchup, he's back on track. He had those shitty losses. I think he changed the way he fights. He's not as aggressive, and he's making up his wrestling better. The way he beat Ronnie Jason up was just marvelous. He's really he's aggressive. He might be small for the division, but he has good power and great wrestling. And look, this fight, Chan Sung Jung, he's a good submission artist. He has solid power. Like, he has the ability to hurt Bermudez, but Bermudez has been in the octagon a lot more recently. So
younger guy.
I mean, how many more fights has he had since Chan Sung Jung left? That's an interesting point. But two, it's like Chan Sung Jung can't take him down, Bermudez. I think Bermudez can take the fight wherever he wants to go. If he wants to take the guy down, he can take him down. If he wants to box, he can box. He's gonna go back to what he was doing last fight. He's gonna mix it up very well, and I mean, it's a 5-round fight, so he has to get it done. He hasn't looked like he slows down in those last rounds, but
who knows?
Who knows?
It could happen.
I gotta go with Bermudez. I don't see there being any threat on his back. Chan Sung Jung on the feet, I can't imagine him like using his length like crazy, like, or keeping him out of range. He's a brawler, bro, and it's perfect for Bermudez. The guy's so short and powerful. It's perfect.
He's good technical boxing too. Bermudez, like, he's not a slouch on the feet. He's like you said, his wrestling I think will be the telltale in this fight. But yeah, I'm gonna go Bermudez by.
Does he get it done?
I don't know.
Before?
I don't know. I'm thinking about it. Yeah, I don't.
It
really
could be
know.
like a fight of the night. I like Chansung Jung if it's a brawl.
Yeah.
If it's not a brawl and it.
Hopefully Bermudez doesn't go that way.
I don't want him to go that route.
If he fights how he should fight, like there's a clear path to victory for him. But like,
just mix it up.
He can also throw caution to the wind. Just be like, fuck it.
Literally a clear path against any fighter with his skill set's very good. But we're both picking Dennis Bermudez pretty confidently, I would say. We just don't know where Chansung Jung is.
Welcome back, Chansung Jung.
Yeah, welcome. Hopefully it's not a premature rise. Anyways, the next bout we have is a strawweight fight between rising prospect and newly discovered fighter in your mind, Alexa Grasso, taking on Felice Herrig, veteran. Grasso minus 290 favorite,
That's big.
While Felice Herrig plus 245 underdog.
Interesting.
Are they under respecting Felice Herrig, or is Grasso's hype warranted?
I think Herrig's never been...
She's undefeated, Grasso.
I just feel like Herrig's never been that good. She's kind of like interesting, like she's semi-attractive, and like, you know, she's never been that great of a fighter. Her stand-up is not fun to watch.
And that's what her background supposedly is.
Yeah, and I don't believe that at all.
A Muay Thai fighter, supposedly.
Yeah, no. She's just not technically sound. She was kind of like, you know, like she was on the Ultimate Fighter show when they made this division, and since then she hasn't looked impressive. She got a win in her last fight. That was big league in her hometown, but she really is not. Win. Yeah, she really has not looked good.
She's a very good ground game.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, she can take the back, and she training under Jeff Kerr all these years, like her jiu-jitsu game. That's what's been the most dominant in the UFC. I don't even think she goes for a takedown. Just like in a weird scramble, she's able to capitalize. Position. She'll definitely have the advantage on the ground here, I would say. But boxing-wise, Grasso has great hands. Very good hands. Very fast hands. And the speed of Grasso is going to be a problem. When we look at Felice Herrig's, she only have one loss in the UFC? Two.
She lost like her first two fights after the show.
No. And like in the octagon, not on the show?
Yeah, no, after the show.
I'm pretty sure she beat Lisa Ellis, and then she fought Paige Van Zandt and lost, and then she fought Kevin Kerr. I'm pretty sure she's only had like 3 fights in the octagon.
I thought she was 1-2.
No, I think she's 2-1 with her only loss to Paige Van Zandt. And I'll say right here, right now, Alexa Grasso definitely has more of a C-wing than Paige does. I mean, her striking's just, her hand speed and her boxing's just good.
Yeah.
So on the feet, it's going to be favoring her all day. And her takedown defense will prevail from Felice trying to take her down. Just like, I feel like Felice will break eventually. Like, you know, slowly she broke in that fight with Paige. And she's probably gotten better since then. But yeah, she's old as fuck. I don't know like where her ceiling is anymore. And Grasso's undefeated for a reason. Speed's on her side. Length, there's no really big reach advantage. I mean, the only way I see her losing is on the ground, and she knows. I don't see respect her.
Like, I don't see Felice shooting for like takedowns like that.
No, she'll let it come. She'll use her striking, and
I don't know if she'll break though. I feel like she's a pretty like headstrong girl, but
I say she breaks. I don't mean it any disrespect. I just see it's gonna be a barrage of shots. Like it's that Joanna, Carolina, Jessica Andrade, now Alexa Grasso. They can all just. You know, it's not gonna be a nice night for Felice.
Word. I thought you meant breaking. Like, let's see.
It's like she's gonna just be stuck after a certain point. If she can't get any offense going.
Like Anthony Johnson breaks.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. Like that. Like that's. I feel like there's a difference.
I guess Jessica Panay didn't break, but like she's gonna
Carla Esparza broke.
She'll be stuck eventually. And I'm saying Alexa Grasso gets the first or second round TKO barrage.
Oh, second round. Yeah, I'm excited to watch her
Texas, near the Mexican border.
She's be hyped.
It's clearly a fight to raise the stock of Grasso. And if Herrig somehow wins, it's like not the end of the world. It's like a good plan B.
She has some notoriety behind her. Like, yeah.
Next bout. That's our pick. Next bout, we have a lightweight contest between Abel Trujillo and James Vick. Odds are extremely close, with Abel Trujillo being a -105 and Vick being slightly more favored as a -115. Maybe back in the day I would have pulled the trigger more on Vick, but I'm a little scared after that loss to Beneil Dariush. I mean, that's his first
Beneil
loss.
Dariush is it's so much better than Abel Trujillo.
I know, but still, like, just seeing him collapse like that, it's not... You have to return from that eventually. Has it been enough time since then? I guess it's been 8 months, probably. But
that's a pretty good amount of time. And plus, I feel like Abel Trujillo is just like, he's like a bull. Like, he comes forward, he's flat-footed, he throws hard, but like his shots are pretty easy to read.
He impressed me in the Tony Sims fight, the way he caught that guillotine and took him down. Like, he's underrated. He has decent wrestling. I mean,
no, he's not underrated.
Khabib's
Ragdolled him. Ragdolled the fuck out of him.
His only 2 losses in the octagon that I can totally think of. I mean, he lost to Gleason Tebow too, but that was erased because of the drugs or whatever. Only 2 losses are Khabib and Tony Ferguson.
Yeah, but
crazy.
It's what, besides his record aside, like, you watch him fight and it's not there.
No.
Abel Trujillo is like, he's flat-footed. He's not diverse on the feet. He breaks 100%. His coach, literally, there's videos of him coach being like, "Don't quit, don't quit." You know what I mean?
Yeah, Henry.
Like, they've seen him quit. You know, his team's in shambles right now. I don't know what's going on with the
Yeah,
Black
right.
Lions. Like,
it's a little weird.
it's just like, it's a hard move. James Vick is the longer guy. I think he's a crisper striker.
His jiu-jitsu's underrated too. I mean,
Yeah,
he's
there you
strangled a
go.
lot of people.
Like, I feel like this fight is...
His cardio is better.
I'm very surprised that the odds are this close for this fight. I'm all over James Vick.
Do you think Trujillo's gonna land a shot?
No.
Not one shot?
I mean, he's definitely gonna land a shot, but I don't think he's gonna land the shot.
The shot?
Yeah.
Huh.
Like, there's no question he has big striking power, but I feel like his punches, like, you can see him coming. They're not from, like, different angles. They're not, like... He's not throwing from places that, like, they're outside of your peripheral vision. Like,
Abel Trujillo's gonna have to get his respect, or James Vick's gonna have to get his respect real early, because if you don't get his respect, like...
He gets tired, too, though.
Huh? He does get tired.
Yeah, like, you could wear him out for a little bit. I don't know. I feel like there's...
I understand why it's a pick him. I'm not clearly seeing James Vick as a winner. I could see him getting busted up or taken down and just held down for a bit, you know?
Definitely get held down. I could see that.
There's no way James Vick is gonna go for a takedown. So, yeah, on the feet, they're both boxers primarily, and they're going to be at distance. It's key for Trujillo to show his evolution, mixing up the takedowns with his striking. That's going to make him... He's going to have the speed advantage. He'll get to the shot quicker. Man, for some reason I'm leaning Trujillo, but like I feel weird like picking...
Go Team Killer?
Team Killer. I see him having actually a very mature performance.
Really?
Very mature. Like a very...
Interesting.
Just, he sets up his takedowns with his hands. But then again, like, I don't know how he's going to want to take him down, because then, like, you don't want to fuck around with this fool's
I feel like
long
a big
limbs.
factor is fucking, the team situation.
That's a big factor.
I feel like that's definitely a big factor.
It seems like everyone's still training together, and like, yeah, all that shit's going on, but they're still putting in the time. They still have the experience.
Word. They're still at the same place?
They're professionals. No, but they're professionals. You know. I remember he's a fucking vegan. I don't know if that means
Abel Trujillo?
It's a pick'em fight.
Abel Trujillo's vegan?
Yeah.
I would not have guessed that.
I would say it's a very close fight. But I feel they're gonna get in a gunfight, and if it's a gunfight, Trujillo has more.
Definitely, I don't see it being a gunfight though.
James Vick's gonna fight tentative. It's his first loss ever. Trujillo's on a 3-fight winning streak. I was about to sneeze. Whew. But
we're gonna agree to disagree on this one. Bless you.
Thank you. That's the first time I ever sneezed on camera. But yeah, we're gonna disagree, but I'm not confident. Definitely not confident. Next fight, we have a light heavyweight bout between Ovince St. Preux and Volkan Oezdemir. St. Preux is a -310 favorite, while Volkan is a +255 underdog. I don't know who this guy is. I'm assuming you don't know who this guy is.
I feel like this guy is... Like, I feel like, did they need... I thought...
-310?
I feel like they needed a late replacement.
They did need a late replacement.
Go.
He was supposed to fight Jan Blachowicz, I believe.
There you go. See, like, well,
stylistically, I don't know what this guy brings to the table though.
But I do know that, honestly, like, I don't know who this guy is, but OSP is definitely, like, he can definitely get caught.
Yeah, right?
You know,
He's
like,
not really the top of the
He
mountain.
fights very reckless at times. He puts his hands down at times in a big boy division. That's, like, not a good idea.
It's almost like he's not the most coordinated fool.
Yeah, he's really, like, it's weird because he's, like, a athletic freak. Like, he played football in Tennessee, but, like, he doesn't seem very coordinated.
His blessing is his curse because it's, like, he's unpredictable, but he's also, like, has issues with his style, for sure.
So, I mean, basically, like, to sum it up, I don't know who this guy is that OSP is fighting.
Right.
I know what OSP brings to the table. And with that being said, I know he's a good fighter, but I also know that he has, like, some serious problems with his game.
Right.
I wouldn't pick this fight. I wouldn't pick OSP in this fight on drafting purposes because he has that ability to get knocked out. I would...
That was his first knockout loss in the UFC.
But he gets hit.
He wasn't getting hit by Glover, really, and he got taken down by Glover. People have been taking him out with the grappling. Jimmy was the first person to really just, like, put hands on him.
Yeah, he got fucked up. But Shogun was coming in with hands. He got caught, but, like, Shogun was coming in with a barrage when that happened, you know?
He's dangerous. I gotta go with OSP here.
I'm going with OSP, too, but what I'm saying is...
Similar to the Rafael Cavalcante, he beats guys that don't deserve to be in there, and he loses to the best. You know, like OSP in the light heavyweight division, he'll always be around number 6, 7. You know, like he's not gonna be the best because he just isn't the most coordinated or whatever. But yeah, I don't know who this guy is. I'll comment below. I'll research him more, and I'll have a much better choice. But still. Seeing the odds, I feel like there is respect on this guy. I mean, if a random fool's fighting OSP and it's minus 310 only, I mean, hey, like this guy, he might be undefeated. He might be, I don't know,
but regardless,
OSP is our pick. It's really bad analysis for that, but it's okay.
You don't know who this guy is, but next fight.
I know these two.
Yes, I do.
We have a heavyweight bout between Anthony Hamilton and Marcel Fortuna. Fortuna is Connor's street in Santa Barbara, so shout out to you there. And Hamilton is a minus 175 favorite, while Fortuna is a plus 155 underdog. And the reason Hamilton's not even a bigger favorite is because Hamilton's so inconsistent, and he's known for his losses. He's known for the loss against Francis Ngannou, that crazy Kimura, and he's known for that loss against Todd Duffy. And I'm assuming, like he's always fed to people like Mirko. He's about to get fed to him and lose that fight.
Yeah.
And
this fight's different.
It's different. It's like Marcel Fortuna, who's this guy, and he was on the Ultimate Fighter. This guy, and he fought against Corey Hendricks, I believe, and had a very bad performance. Like, had nothing that really was like, man, like this guy, and that was at 205. So like,
yeah. Because, no, Fortuna's not a big guy. I saw his weight, he's 220 pounds. Anthony Hamilton's 260.
Yeah.
That's like that's a big difference. That's why I'm picking Anthony Hamilton.
Kane would destroy Hamilton, so it's like a weird thing of like, there's drawbacks on both.
You think Kane takes down Anthony Hamilton at will?
That'd be tough, but
that's what I'm thinking too.
He'd use like a trip or something.
I think Anthony Hamilton can take this guy down at will.
I think this.
Not at will, but I think he take him down.
I mean, you remember Hamilton's fight or win before Ngannou? He fought Damian Grabowski and beat him in 10 seconds. I wonder if there's something in his head, like, cause like when he fights a lower level guy that he's like supposed to be matched up well with, that's when he really rises.
Like, maybe he can maybe named opponents, like bigger name opponents get in his head.
Freezes, I don't know,
yeah, but
his wrestling game is good. He's a very good wrestler.
Yeah,
he's been training at Jackson's for a long time. He's huge, and his boxing's not even awful. He's a little slow, but the big thing is wrestling here, and
I think
unless Fortuna's boxing wasn't horribly impressive, so I like Hamilton to grind out a decision. He's not much of a finisher.
Took the words out of my mouth. Anthony Hamilton by decision.
Maybe use a lot of the clinch and like wear this fool out.
It's gonna be a boring fight. I don't think it'll be exciting. I think there'll probably be some boos in the crowd, but I think that's how it happened.
Yep.
Pretty much.
I'm pretty confident on Hamilton though too.
Yeah. I think that's I can definitely see that happening. I do see that happening. So.
Boom.
There you go.
Next bout. We have a strawweight contest between Angela Hill and Jessica Andrade. Hill is a plus 370 underdog, while Andrade is a minus 465 favorite. Now, we already know we're about to come to Angela Hill's defense because, I mean, plus 370? Jesus. Like, it makes you want to put money down on her. But,
yeah, because it's just like, can get that money back if something good happens. You know?
I've never seen Andrade rocked in my life.
Mm-hmm.
I've seen her choked out a couple times and TKO'd on the ground. But those are things that what's her name? Angela Hill does not present at all. She's like a volume striker. She has good distance, and she's gotten her MMA IQ's slowly but surely improved. Being at San Diego with all those girls at Alliance, Beck Rawlings, who's also fighting on this card, Panay, being around Dominic Cruz, all those good ass people. But Andrade is a little pit bull, a little powerhouse girl with really good boxing, literally no fear going forward, and like. I don't know if her power just like perfectly came with the weight cut. I don't know how she's making weight so easily. And how she's just rocking fools, slamming people on their heads. Her ground game's good. Her pressure's good. Her cardio looked good. Like in the second round of their fight. And being honest, Angela Hill's longer, and she's gonna try to keep reach.
Not happening.
But it's not. Yeah, I don't know if she has to catch her with something clean.
She has to slip. She has to slip shit really well. Because you're right, Angela Hill's not a bad fighter.
No,
she needs that range. The thing is, I guarantee Jessica Andrade is willing to take a fucking straight punch from Angela Hill to get inside.
And Angela Hill's takedown defense is suspect, and Andrade is strong.
So how do you counter that? You have to slip and dip, you know?
Slip, dip, use your knees, try to time knees.
Yeah. It's pretty much like she has to be in and out. Her timing has to be very good. She can't get overzealous. I just don't see it happening.
It's too hard to go against the bull.
Yeah, no, she's a beast.
I wonder like who's gonna be able to take her out, because like I think it's a good little test before Joanna. I think Angela Hill definitely deserves to be in the octagon again.
Yeah, she's looked really good.
I really wish they gave her a more favorable matchup.
Yeah,
maybe in the future when she's a little bit more developed, but. Yeah, right now we see Andrade doing what she's been doing. Just go forward, grab a hold of this chick, toss her in her face, and squeeze her neck.
Yeah,
you know, like,
pretty much. That's probably how it's going to go down. Probably in the second round.
She's definitely going to take her down and sub her.
Yeah, so that's what we're voting for.
Next bout, we have a heavyweight contest between Adam Millstead and Curtis Blaydes. Millstead is a plus 180 underdog, while Blaydes is a minus 220 favorite. Who'd you got?
Well, I'm going to go with Chris Blaydes in this fight. I think he has the wrestling advantage for sure. The heavyweight, that's obviously in the equation. Anything can happen in one shot, you know?
Mm-hmm.
But I feel like Chris Blaydes, the wrestling is just a big advantage on this fight.
Not trying to be mean, but his name's Curtis.
Whatever.
Curtis Blaydes is a good wrestler. But Millstead also has wrestling in his background, his back pocket. The big thing I'm seeing here is speed and size. That's the big difference here. And speed clearly goes on Millstead's side. Clearly. But power and size 100% goes to Curtis Blaydes. And I think of Curtis Blaydes and how he fought against Francis Ngannou and how, I mean, he didn't lose that fight. He was losing the fight and he probably would have lost the fight. But he got a couple takedowns. He absorbed all his shots, and eventually he just couldn't see, and they called the fight off. The point is, his chin's really good, and I don't think Adam Millstead has the power to take him out. The problem is, Adam Millstead's boxing's solid. He did look like he faded a little bit with the bigger man, with Chris De La Roca, when he was fighting him a while back in his debut. But for the most part, I mean, he seems like a very athletic heavyweight, smaller heavyweight, with good speed and decent technique. I don't like that he looked like he fatigued after, like he finished the fight and he got lucky by finishing the fight, but I don't like that he looked like he got tired. And Curtis Blaydes will not quit. I doubt Curtis Blaydes gets knocked out. You can't take down Curtis Blaydes. The only way is, I see Millstead getting the advantage at the beginning though, because his striking definitely is better, and he's worked a lot with Stipe, so training with the heavyweight champ of the world as a heavyweight, it must feel pretty nice, you know. But ultimately, Curtis Blaydes, he's gonna grab a hold of him, take him down, and when that guy's on top of you, there's no such thing as jiu-jitsu. That guy, like, okay, it's not true, but like this guy's top pressure is top 3 in heavyweight division for sure. Like this guy gets you down, good luck getting up. And you know Millstead's been prepping for that, but I don't think it's one of those things you can prepare for. He's just too big of a man. Like Millstead has to get it done quick or all day Blaydes. That's my pick. And I just don't see anyone taking Blaydes out for a bit. Blaydes, like, you can't eat shots forever, and we'll see, like, maybe this is the time he takes a shot and it's like, good night, like, fuck. But I'm saying not today. I'm saying it's a little later on. Millstead seems like a tough guy. I'm going to say a 3rd round TKO. Couple takedowns. He's a high-scoring Curtis Chris. But, yeah. Next bout. We have a featherweight contest between Chaz Skelly and Chris Gruetzemacher. Skelly is a -250 favorite, while Gruetzemacher is a +210 underdog. Clearly, it's a contest favoring Chaz Skelly, Texas native. He had a crazy win last time out in Hidalgo, which is awesome. And they're just trying to keep this hype. Chaz Skelly.
Yeah, they're trying to get people hyped on him. And
I mean, he's only lost twice. He lost to Mirza Bektik and Darren Elkins, both guys that are ranked, both guys that are solid. Chris Gruetzemacher, the only thing I think of is he's from the MMA lab. He was on that McGregor-Faber Ultimate Fighter. Ultimately, he lost to Artem by KO.
Damn.
And I mean, that's a totally different style than this guy. He's a pretty good wrestler, and he's hard to take down. But Chaz Skelly doesn't get tired. Oh, it's a tough fight. Chris Gruetzemacher looked so good in that first that prelim fight against Austin Springer. I mean, he just was like doing what Joanna does. Like this guy kept trying to take him down. He would just knee him in the gut, like really good. Just like Muay Thai, but he really just walks you down, and he can eat what you have to throw at him, and just he's tough. Like I don't like that style though for like people going forward. Like
yeah, it's dangerous.
Too slow, too tough for his own good. Very explosive, and he can catch chokes quick, and he is good wrestling, and he can take him down, and he's ever improving.
Good reactions too.
I'm going with Chaz Skelly.
Yeah, I see want him to win too.
And Chris Gruetzemacher is no joke, and I actually see Chaz Skelly probably getting a decision. He could finish. He has that finishing ability, but yeah, close fight.
I don't see it. I think Chaz Skelly wins.
Any way he wants. His striking is gonna get him one day, bro.
I think he gets the finish.
Yeah,
in the 2nd round.
Alrighty. Well, I don't know if I'm that confident of him getting the finish, but man, there's a lot of favorites I'm going with this week. It's kind of a sus week to bet. Next fight, Michanori Tanaka taking on Ricardo Lucas Ramos. But I feel like we didn't explain that well enough. Like what?
The last fight?
Like why is he gonna win? Like Gruetzemacher, he's gonna just get hit with stuff going forward. I don't find Chaz Skelly to be the biggest threat standing at range. He's a threat when he's coming after you, like balls to the wall, just throwing whatever he feels like throwing, and when he's wrestling, looking for transition. Because if they just stay at distance, like
if it's like mayhem, Chaz Skelly
he's gonna take it. Right.
Yeah. But maybe I don't even know how to pronounce this guy's last name. But Gruetzemacher can make it like a tactical thing. You know what I mean? Use his brain.
Maybe.
Who knows?
I just can't imagine him eking out a decision. He's just not the most in shape guy. I mean, or his body at least looks like he's probably in great shape. A couple guys from the MMA lab are fighting on this card. Same fighters every week. No, or camps every week. Alright, fuck that. We'll just move on. Yeah, so we have Michanori Tanaka taking on Ricardo Lucas Ramos in a bantamweight fight, and Ramos is a guy from the Ultimate, or Dana White, looking for a fight. Explosive, dude. The guy is very explosive. Threw some spinning shit, like I think he lost, bro. But like he literally
But he looked good.
He had some moments. Like he has promise. You know, it's just about maturing. And Tanaka, we've seen the best of him. Honestly, he's grappler. He's a black belt in judo, brown belt in jiu-jitsu, Team Alpha Male Japan. His fight against Joe Soto that he won, controversial as fuck. Fight against Ronnie Yaya, close, but got out-grappled. I can't think of a fight with him against a striker, but pretty much, like, this guy likes to grapple. And this dude's crazy, explosive, and green. And Tanaka probably grabs a hold of him. Except I gotta go with Ramos because I don't want that to happen. And I have belief that Ricardo Lucas Ramos is actually evolving his... Like, he's maturing and he's not as... Like, he's more contained wildfire. I don't know. That's how I'm feeling it.
I think it's going to be a good
I don't see Tanaka having any threat on the feet. He has threat on the ground for sure, and he's successful getting people to the ground, but I don't think this guy's UFC caliber either. So I'm just hoping Ramos is elusive attack. But, like, my mind's saying, oh, like...
No, I'm going with Tanaka.
Yeah.
I think Tanaka's going to grab him, take him down. It's going to be one of those fights. But, it's wishful thinking on your part, but
it's definitely
I don't see it happening.
I'll write that down, wishful thinking. Wishful thinking. I'll write Tanaka down. But, yeah, stylistically, it seems like Tanaka's just going to capitalize a mistake and choke him up.
Darcy blows.
But no. We want Ricardo to get this shit done, and he will get this shit done. So stay tuned for that. Next fight, a strawweight bout between Beck Rawlings and Tecia Torres. Torres minus 240, while Beck Rawlings is a plus 200. So it's a solid favorite for Tecia. It's a repeat of their fight on The Ultimate Fighter. I remember Tecia Torres lost against Randa Marcos, was out of the tournament, and then I think Justine Kish broke her leg or something like that, or had an issue, and she came in on short notice and fought Beck Rawlings, and totally just darted in, hit her a couple times, darted out, got away, took her down a couple times. Just was a totally different level of speed.
Yeah.
And
Beck Rawlings is kind of slow.
Reminds me a lot of the Nina Ansaroff, Jocelyn Jones-Liebarger situation. It's like speed kills, especially at the girls.
Small weight division.
I don't see it being any different. I mean, Beck Rawlings' boxing's good, and she kind of has a very basic style. She kind of just goes forward and throws very just straightforward, linear kind of attack. But ultimately, I mean, she is improving, and she has had her solid performances. But Tecia Torres is a very good striker, and I'm
underrated too, to be honest.
Very underrated. She I couldn't tell if she lost that fight to Rose or not. It was so close, that most recent one. I see her getting back on track and winning a clear-cut decision like always. She's never won a fight by anything but decision. So
no reason to pick her for one.
Right.
Pick her to finish, but I'm agreeing with you.
Speed.
On this one.
She's at the training camp of gods. You know.
She's just a better all-around
It's just
fighter.
the same. It's literally the same fight.
Yeah,
I think.
And Beck Rawlings is not evolved nearly at all. You know what I mean? She just doesn't.
It's just really hard to hit Tecia clean.
Yeah.
And Beck Rawlings is no threat wrestling.
Yeah, zero threat.
So, yeah, man, I'm liking my shot on what's her name?
The tiny tornado?
That tiny tornado. I just realized I lost my this 7-Eleven thing.
It's rough, but it's all good.
I'll find it probably.
Because next we have.
I'm hyped on this fighter. A welterweight bout between Alex Morono and Niko Price. Even odds. This is the prelim of the night, or the Fight Pass fight. And Morono's a minus 105, Niko Price minus 115. So slightly favored towards Niko Price. But I'm really impressed with Niko Price.
Yeah.
Very impressed. He's the guy who beat up Brandon Thatch.
Okay.
His top game and the way he was just getting through Brandon Thatch's guard like butter, going from side to side for that arm triangle, similar to the way Blaydes did against Tim Boach. Just very good grappling. Took that fight on short notice and just obliterated him on the floor, grappling wise. Now Alex Morono is from Gracie Barra. He's a jiu-jitsu guy who showed to me with his James Mutasri fight that guy is a fighter. Like, that guy is gritty as fuck.
Mm-hmm.
Like, James Montashri's hitting with, like, everything and just, like, fucking him up. The more technical guy. Montashri gets tired. Morono's still there. Morono's bloody as hell saying, come on, like, and he literally starts just beating this fool up. Like, just, like, get right to his face, just, like, attacking with some crazy hands. His boxing's not technical, but it's, like, successful. It's, he isn't scared. He walks forward. He's very deceiving, this guy.
It's tenacious.
And yeah, it's a jiu-jitsu game. I didn't see much of Niko Price's striking, but my God, he trains at ATT. I was so impressed with his grappling. And
do you think he'll be able to like stay on top and neutralize his jiu-jitsu?
Yeah, I think, I don't know if he can prevent or have that much success on the floor again. I don't know. I mean, Morono's a good jiu-jitsu artist, but I've never seen it. I just know it. Like, you know? It's hard to say, because on the feet I haven't seen much of Niko Price, and on the floor I haven't seen much of Morono. But,
so there's unknown variables.
Very unknown variables. What's Morono's takedown defense like?
But
I don't know.
Regardless of that,
Niko Price is a more athletic fighter.
Okay.
He's undefeated. Morono's lost before, and I was really excited with the way he fought. I liked the mix of his wrestling with his jiu-jitsu. It's like a perfect takedown, and his grappling really impressed me. I don't know. I'm going to just lean with the guy who's undefeated, who hasn't ever lost, and Morono's good, and I can't say exactly why. I don't know how his ground game is, but I'm going to say he's heavy on top. I don't know if he gets a choke again, but he'll ride him out at least.
Win a decision. That's what I'm thinking too.
Yeah, at least a clear-cut decision, yeah.
That's what I'm thinking too.
Morono's tough guy to take out.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I like Niko Price by decision.
And for the last fight.
The first fight, we have Khalil Rountree taking on Daniel Jolly. Jolly's plus 145 favorite, while Khalil Rountree's minus 165 favorite. Rountree, this is it. This is your last shot. And I understand why you're the favorite. Like, you have such high potential.
Well, will he reach that potential?
It's like Brandon Thatch. This guy has terrible grappling. It's obviously his issue. People take him down, do wear on him. He just gets tired, and it's the obvious hole in his life or in his game. And I bet he's worked so hard on it, and it might still not be enough. Last time I picked him, Tyson Pedro just eventually got on top and choked him out. This time, Daniel Jolly, like, who's that? He lost to Misha Serkinov. I don't really know much about him, but he didn't press me. And if he's not a grappler, they're going to be striking. I like Khalil Rountree against most people in that fight. So, I got to go with Khalil Rountree. I think he lands the shot, but it's clear what he's going to be trying to do, Daniel Jolly. I mean, this guy's just fucking terrible off his back. Or like terrible when he gets taken down. He just can't get up. He has no offense there, and it's like the Eric Silva thing I said on the camera. If you your performance here is pretty much gonna dictate the way I look at your career. I mean, unless you really just switch it around. Rountree, you gotta make sure you're careful, and you can't let the person grab you, take you down, and press you. That's all I have to say. I'm going with you, Rountree, but it's very contingent, very contained pick.
He doesn't want to go for you.
Yeah, kind of. But lastly, confident picks of the week. Right from the get-go, I'm confident with Dennis Bermudez. Chance Jung hasn't fought in who knows how long. Actually, who knows how long. We know how long.
But
it's been a long time. Bermudez is a top 10 guy. Been top 5 before. He's looked good as of late. I see him getting back to the top. I see his game actually being the best it's ever been. And he's fighting smart. And so I see him taking that fight. As well, I see Alexa Grasso taking Felice Herrig. Grasso's boxing, her hands are so much quicker. She's so much younger. She just has to mind her P's and Q's and don't fall into traps from the crafty veteran. As well, I would say I'm very confident in
Jessica.
Tecia Torres for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Beck Rawlings. I don't see either girl changing a whole lot, and for those reasons, I like Tecia just getting the decision again, like she always has.
Mm-hmm. Jessica Andrade.
Jessica Andrade, I'd say I'm pretty confident. I could imagine something happening weird, but most likely Andrade takes her down, pounds her out, and gets the sub.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that's the biggest hole in what's her name's game, Angela Hill. So take advantage of that with the power and the initial speed. Lastly, I want to see Curtis Blaydes, but I don't know. Something's holding me back from that. So I'm gonna say Anthony Hamilton. No, he's unreliable. Yeah, I'm gonna keep it the way it was. Those are the confident picks for the week.
Those four.
Those four.
Word.
There are other people that are pretty confident, but
not
like,
as confident.
No, yeah, confident picks are picks I want to feel like every viewer can for sure know. Like, you pick this person, you'll win money.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, my friend, shout out Jonah, won $160 from picks from me last week. So, you know, it's awesome. Like,
yeah,
I hope the confident picks actually give people confidence to gamble those picks and make some good old money. So
yeah, but there you go.
There you go, guys. Thanks for watching. I know we said we'd have more shit coming up. It's really soon to happening, and I'm excited. I'm really excited for everything that's about to go down. Can't go to UFC anymore, but it's all good. And whatever.
But yeah, we will.
Guys, thanks for watching as always, and till next time, see ya.
Later.
Don't wanna be ya.
Oh, you didn't lose it.
Oh, I didn't lose it, guys. Hey.